Hello, my name is Chris, and on the last video we were on walkthrough tutorial number 10, and we just finished it. And today we're starting with walkthrough tutorial number 11 to 15. Let's begin. Scope 2 and updating a formula. If formulas are linked together, they will not automatically update. After modifying a formula, press the update button above. Type into formula AAA. Press Alt. In the variable list section, click on the A button to the left of the section. Scroll down to the description section. Type here onto the description. And type here onto the description and watch the scoped formula update. Okay. Go to reuse the pi formula too. In the variable list section, click on the variable p, hold control and click on the variable p again. Type into the variable value section. Variable section. Note, in the variable section, the variables will not update without pressing Alt. Creating constants. Note, only the value will be set for constants. Click on the formula text above. Type 3.14. Press Alt, then click the button Create Constants. Example 2. We can skip example 2. Then click the button Create Constants. Remove the button by holding Control and clicking the button. Okay. When creating constant buttons, not formula buttons, use ANSI Unicoded or other coded characters such as pi by holding Alt and pressing 227 on your numpad. This will avoid variable and constant errors. Example, constant e is the same as variable e and will cause calculation error because the constant is used instead of the variable. And the constant for this sum is alt 228 is different than the variable e, and both can be used within a calculation. Okay. And that is an example of creating a constant button here. Let's head on to the next one. Append. Append from selection. Select a few formulas from the list by right-clicking on the bars on the list. Then, from the top, press Select. Next, right-click, select, and choose an append option. Select a file to append to or append to the current list, but for this example, append onto this file. Then press Alt, right-click on one of the bars to clear this selection. So the 3 selected formulas have been appended to the bottom. Note, the append search button will append search results from a selected folder onto this list. An empty search will append all formulas. Control left click a file will append the file's formulas onto the file's formula to the end of this list. Next one. Creating single variable buttons. Type into formula a plus 2. Then press Alt. Type into variable value its own variable, a. Press Alt, ignore the error, then click the button Create Formula. So the button has been created here, creating single variable buttons. And next one. Creating multivariable buttons. Type into formula name a plus 2h. A g plus 2h. Excuse me. Press Alt. Type into variable value its own variable, ag or h. Press Alt. Ignore the value error. Then click the button Create Formula. In order to avoid calculation errors, multivariable buttons must use different variables. So that means that all of these variables has to be different and not be a g here and another g here, or g here and g here. They have to be a, g, h, different variables. And this will create a multivariable button. Okay. Now that we have our multivariable and single variable button set up, let's end it here. And on the next video, we'll continue with 16 through 20. Thank you for watching.